When I came over here, I was in my mid-20s.
Right.
The first time I really came over here. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on, because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And and I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because the whole place can't be like, you know, Weird Town, you know, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them, and, and they tell you don't go into the house on the hill, and it's like that. And then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like. Could it? And then you find out later on the track that you were exactly on track with a lot of this stuff. Not specifically on track, but that you could, that some of your worst nightmares were real at the time, and you think.
After years of Mel Gibson being bullied and blackballed by the industry, he's finally fighting back. And the first person he's reportedly coming for is Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen thought that going out of the spotlight for a while would save her from what's coming. But if anything, it's only given the people she has wronged enough time to process all the wrong she's done to them. According to word on the streets, they are not letting her off easily. And to make matters even worse, sources claim that she is currently fighting off an illness that is only ever found in people who consume a lot of pizza and beef jerky, if you know what I mean.
That the Epstein files reveal Ellen DeGeneres as, and I'm quoting this directly from the posts, Hollywood's most prolific cannibal, that she consumed human flesh. People are sharing distorted images of her face, writing paragraphs about underground dystopias, calling her a vampire.
According to the recent allegations Mel Gibson just made, the jerky Ellen was allegedly feasting on were from Epstein's island. Now, even before Mel stepped into the chat, Ellen had already been in the news for all the wrong reasons, especially after her staff exposed her for being evil behind the scenes.
What was it like meeting Ellen? And is she a good person?
Let's just all go back to 2017, where I was the first person to call Ellen out before anyone else
You called her out?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I called her out. I was like, Ellen's not that nice.
This was after you went on the show?
After I went on the show, and the world blew up about it and was like so mad at me about it. And then someone else said it, and then it was like, oh my God, Ellen's not nice. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Why do you say she's not nice?
I can't explain it. It was just
an
really
energy?
weird. I ran into her like backstage. It was like an awkward thing, and like the producers were really scared. I was like, what's going on? They were like, that was not supposed to happen. We're gonna get in trouble. It's like so weird. She was like, hey. It was like, I was like, oh, hi. Like, I was like, I'm so excited. And she was like,
And just when we thought things couldn't get worse, her DJ on her show, Twitch, suddenly passed after supposedly taking his own life. According to reports, Twitch's wife, Allison Holker, reported him missing after she realized that he had left the house the day before without his car and still hadn't returned. Right after word got out about his disappearance, he was found unresponsive in a nearby hotel with a self-inflicted wound.
Even a lot of people knew him as Twitch. Very two different humans. He wore this character of Twitch. It did become a part of who he was, but that extroverted personality was not natural for him.
Reports are that he checked into the hotel with the intent of taking his life, but people didn't buy this at all. They were and still are convinced that Ellen had a hand in it.
According to multiple sources, he left his home on foot on Monday. When he checked into the hotel, the staff says that he was not upset. He reserved the room for one night, and he had a small bag. Now, the contents of that bag have yet to be released. When he didn't come home on Tuesday, that's when his wife made her way to the local police station to file a report. When he didn't check out of his room on Tuesday morning, the hotel staff conducted a welfare check, and unfortunately, that's when his body was discovered in the bathroom by the maid.
Word on the street is that Ellen supposedly tried to offer Twitch to Diddy, if you know what I mean, but Twitch wasn't going for it. And the rumors only got worse when this shady interview where Ellen seemingly revealed that she knew about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties also resurfaced amidst the reports of Twitch's demise.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up to
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
But that wasn't even the worst part. Another interview between Diddy and Ellen resurfaced again right after this. But this time it was of Diddy seemingly threatening Ellen right in front of Twitch. Now, you can't actually hear what exactly Diddy said because he whispered it in Ellen's ear, but Twitch was close enough to hear it, and the shock on his face after he heard what they said was undeniable.
Yo, Ellen, we go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's...
I mean...
You hold that.
Okay,
all right.
I keep this. Take 2 if the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so, cheers. Hey! Ellen, I heard you were sick.
And the crazy thing is, Twitch wasn't the only person in Ellen's camp that passed under suspicious circumstances, too. Ellen's ex-girlfriend, Anne Hetche, also lost her life right after she went off on her and spilled all the tea about Ellen allegedly selling her soul for fame and money. She also accused Ellen of trying to get her thrown in a facility right when she started uncovering things about her that she didn't want anyone to know. She was one of the first people to call Ellen out as unkind and a money grubber. In her own words, Hetche said, "If we live in love and kindness, and that is my destination and dream for us all, I would say that was not her goal. I hope you like your money because that's why I broke up with you. Do you like sitting on your piles of cash? Because guess what? It gets you exactly where you are. And by the way, baby, it's what you wanted then, and I hope you're liking it now. I broke up with her because her goal was to have a lot of money. Mine was to find love, and hers was, I want $60 billion. Right after Anne did this interview, she was involved in a fatal car accident, leaving her with multiple second-degree burns before she eventually lost her life and in the weirdest way possible.
Actress Anne Heche remains in a coma after that fiery car crash. Her condition is far worse than originally believed.
Oh my gosh.
According to her spokesperson, she's in critical condition and on a ventilator. Her burns will require surgical intervention, and she has significant pulmonary injury.
Unfortunately for Ellen, this wasn't the end of the accusations against her. In fact, just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, the DOJ released millions of Epstein-related documents, and she was dragged into it as well, especially when those claims about these celebrities feasting on pizza.
I have this crazy idea that I will order pizza, and so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Harrison?
In the Epstein files, Ellen is also accused of being, and I quote, a prolific consumer. Now, here's where things take an even darker turn. Right after all this was exposed, Ellen and her wife, Portia, packed up and moved to the UK. Mind you, they didn't even move to a major city or anything. They went straight to a rural area where no one knew them and they could lay low. Well, it looks like we finally know why. It was recently reported that Ellen has allegedly been diagnosed with Kuru disease, an illness that only people who consume a lot of beef jerky tend to get.
So Ellen DeGeneres is going blind, allegedly, due to a disease called Kuru. Now, Kuru is a rare but fatal brain disease, and it's caused by a protein called prion. Now, I'm going to show you why it's linked, the disease that is, why it's linked to cannabis. Because a lot of people seem to not understand how things work. And I read a lot. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just a nerd that likes to follow up on things, and I read into things. And this shit just blew my mind.
This led to people digging deeper into some comments that Mel Gibson made all those years ago, flat out trying to tell us about what was going on behind the scenes. The first thing that resurfaced was an interview from where Mel revealed some disturbing things about Epstein and Ellen. You see, back when Mel Gibson got pushed out of Hollywood, most people thought it was strictly because of all the racism and anti-Semitism controversy attached to his name. And don't get me wrong, that was definitely the public reason everybody ran with. But now with everything that's been coming out about Hollywood Hollywood, people are starting to wonder if there was more to it than that. Word on the street is that Mel may have also been blackballed because he refused to play along with their games. Mel even went as far as making a whole movie called Sound of Freedom, where he exposed how the Hollywood CT rings work.
One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children. Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
At the time, a lot of people completely missed the entire point of the movie. But with everything we know now about Ellen and Epstein, it's clear Mel had an agenda with this movie. As a matter of fact, there was a part in the file that revealed how some of these celebrities like Ellen would allegedly consume pizza and jerky. Chrissy Teigen was brave enough to make multiple tweets and interviews seemingly bragging about participating in this ritual to retain her youth.
There's like actually nothing I wouldn't eat or wouldn't drink or wouldn't try.
If the person okayed it, I would eat a human.
If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Is that terrible?
For years, there has been a long-standing conspiracy theory that Hollywood and the elites are harvesting young blood and transfusing it in order to reverse age. And now, the Epstein files might have revealed that that is in fact true. In this email to Jeffrey Epstein, it says, all you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging. This is where adrenochrome comes into play. It is a real chemical compound found in the blood when the body is in a fight or flight situation. And we know that the knot of age that were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's network was allegedly put into fight or flight.
Adrenochrome, that's not true. It's C9H9NO3. This is a chemical compound that is absolutely listed. It's been around in modern science since the 1930s. You can actually, there's a synthetic form and there's a regular natural form, which is caused by little kids to get their adrenaline up, essentially, and then extracting it from them.
What do you think about Mel Gibson coming out to expose Ellen DeGeneres? And do you really think that Ellen is really as involved in the Epstein scandal as people are making it out to be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.